Welcome to our final day of the 2021 Department of Energy National Nuclear Security Administration Stewardship Science and Laboratory Residency Graduate Fellowship Annual Program Review. Today, we will hear from our first ever LRGF Fellowship graduates, as well as learn about what our third-year fellows in both programs have been up to. Before we get into the programming, since it is the 15th anniversary of SSGF, I thought I would start off with a little fun trivia question. This would work better if we were in person, so I don't expect anyone to answer this question over Zoom, but think about what your answer might be. Who out there could guess what the relationship between SSGF and Sheldon and Leonard's apartment might be? Sure, it could be something related to the fact that Sheldon Cooper is a former senior theoretical particle physicist at the California Institute of Technology. Or maybe it has something to do with the fact that Leonard works at Caltech as an experimental physicist working with lasers. Well, not really. In fact, the relationship is that I was contacted by Warner Brothers several times with the request that we allow them to use our SSGF recruitment poster as potential props in Sheldon and Leonard's apartment. I don't know if they ever used it, but maybe somebody wants to go back and watch old episodes to scour the set and look around. Let us know what you find. A little fun trivia. Posters potentially appearing on sitcoms aside, Krell takes great pride in the fellowship materials. The really fun part, however, is telling the stories of the fellows, the alumni, and the laboratories involved in both programs. Here's a sneak peek of the latest issue of the SSGF and LRGF Fellowship Magazine, Stewardship Science. Gabe Shipley, who we heard from yesterday, is featured on the cover, and his work is highlighted inside the magazine. Additionally, many of the fellows you heard from yesterday are highlighted, as well as some we'll hear from today. The magazine also features articles about two very accomplished SSGF alums, Rick Krause, a recent Presidential Early Career Award for Science and Engineering PCASE winner, and a research scientist at Livermore National Laboratory, and Marina Robinson Snowden, who is a senior engineer in the National Security Analysis Department at Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory. These are alumni you will want to learn about and get to know. So be sure to check out these features when you receive your issue. Since 2011, SSGF and now LRGF fellows and alumni are encouraged to participate in an annual essay contest. The competition encourages better communication of stewardship science priorities and their value to society. Participants write a brief essay on a topic of personal interest, such as their career path and inspiration, or their research and its importance. Winners receive a prize and the opportunity to work with a professional science writer to critique and copy edit their essays. This year's winner is first-year SSGF fellow Sophia Farrell for her essay, Into the Darkness. Congratulations, Sophia. Stewardship Science magazine will be mailed out in the upcoming months, so watch your mail. Or if you can't wait, you can find it on the fellowship websites in the coming weeks. Not only do we try to communicate fellows and alumni news via the program websites and magazine, but each fellowship has its own Facebook and Twitter account that regularly shares information. If you are not connected via the social media avenues listed on the screen, I encourage you to do so. We also encourage you to share any updates with Krell so that we can promote your good news to the community broadly. If you aren't using these social media platforms personally, you can send us an old-fashioned email and we will take it from there. We are excited to provide a look ahead that is hopeful. As those of you who have been involved in the fellowships for a while now know, we typically host a program review in New Mexico every 4 years. The fellows tour Sandia and Los Alamos National Labs over 2 days. This year, in an effort to get the fellows into the lab complex sooner, since the pandemic has kept us apart for far too long, and to make the summer event less taxing, we are planning a fall tour to Sandia, New Mexico, and a summer tour of Los Alamos National Laboratory. We hope to host all the fellows in Albuquerque in October with tours and talks at Sandia, and we plan to host our regular summer program review in June in Santa Fe with a tour of Los Alamos National Lab. Krell staff will be in touch soon with more information about these exciting events. And finally, as we watch for the laboratories to be able to host on-site practicum and residency experiences, please always feel free to not only reach out to Krell staff, but to the practicum and residency contacts listed on your screen. These individuals want to introduce you to their labs and to the exciting research that's happening there. If you need help finding, scheduling, or just discussing options for a practicum or residency, do not hesitate to reach out. We are optimistic about the opportunities to come. So let's get to it. Today, we are excited to have Dr. Sarah Nelson from NNSA to open the program. Following her remarks, we will hear from our 2 LRGF graduates who will be followed then by the poster presentations. A full day indeed.